Hi, I'm Jeffrey Drew, and this is my video for History 701, Module 1, my investigation of the ProQuest Dissertation and Thesis Global Database. I used the search term Louisiana History when looking through the database. That is my focus in the program, Louisiana History, and I wanted to see what was in it. I was pleasantly surprised that there was quite a bit of information in there. Many dissertations, not only from Louisiana universities, but from universities throughout the United States. I looked at three of them in particular, and I wanted to share with you these. I found them particularly interesting, and I hope you do as well. The first one is the popular image of Louisiana in the 19th century. It's a 2013 dissertation from a PhD candidate at Texas Christian Universities. The Louisiana Purchase in 1803. There was quite a bit of interest in moving American citizens into the area by Thomas Jefferson. This particular candidate looked through the whole 1800s, using firsthand accounts from travelers in the areas. His focus was on the most popular writers of the time because naturally they would have the most influence of the public's and the public's perception of Louisiana. The conclusions were, in the first half of the 1800s, the image of Louisiana was as a wild frontier, especially outside of New Orleans, foreign and exotic. Many of the people spoke French. After the Civil War, the image didn't change entirely. Again, it was considered exotic. There were many more Americans in the area, but for many people outside of Louisiana, it still seemed rather a foreign place. The second dissertation I looked at was Honey, We're All Creoles, exploring South Louisiana's Creole identity, culture, and heritage. This is from a PhD candidate from Arkansas State University in 2013. She looked at the primary and secondary sources, but also investigated the music, festivals, food, recordings, music, and other video images of Louisiana to try to determine what was Cajun, what was Creole, what is the definition of Creole. So the definition that this particular candidate came up with was one that many use, which is the big tent definition, I call it. Being a Creole just means that you can be from any background. However, you're involved, you accept the culture of South Louisiana, especially the music, the food, and you self-identify as a Creole. Still a controversial subject in Louisiana, Creole versus Cajun. The second one I looked at, or third one rather, Sharing the Hate, the Louisiana Establishment in Huey Long, from a PhD candidate at Tulane University in 2016. Most people, if you ask them the name of a Louisiana politician, would say Huey Long. Controversial figure. Looking at primary and secondary sources, but also looking at the oral history collection at LSU started by T. Harry Williams, who wrote the seminal book about Huey Long, the biography. What this particular candidate found out that the establishment did not care for Huey Long. While he was governor, he was impeached, almost removed from office. Many in the journalist world did not care for Huey Long. Franklin Delano Roosevelt calling him one of the two most dangerous men in the United States, the other being General MacArthur. So he was a polarizing figure, popular with the people, not popular with the establishment. All right. I look forward to hearing what you have to think in the comments down below. Please leave one, and good luck in the class.